While Pakistan frequently positions itself as an advocate for the rights of Kashmiris on the international stage, its actions in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir paint a different picture. Reports of widespread human rights abuses in PoK and Gilgit-Baltistan continue to surface as Pakistani authorities clamp down on dissent, stifle free speech, and neglect the basic rights of the region's residents. Let's delve into the growing crisis in this region where the repression has become a daily reality for thousands of Kashmiris.
Pakistan has consistently portrayed itself as a defender of Kashmiri rights, raising the issue of Kashmir at platforms like the United Nations. This has helped Pakistan garner international sympathy for what it calls the plight of Kashmiris. But when it comes to Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the narrative shifts. Human rights organizations have repeatedly accused Pakistan's military and intelligence agencies of severe human rights violations in PoK. These include arbitrary arrests, torture, and targeting of activists who challenge the government's control or military presence in the region. Recently, Zamil Maqsood, President of the Foreign Affairs Committee for the United Kashmir People's National Party, expressed deep concerns about the ongoing violations in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. He highlighted how activists participating in peaceful protests are systematically targeted by the Pakistani authorities.
Pakistan is targeting all those who have vehemently participated in the Long March to reduce electricity bill and to revive all the subsidies which were given before. So it is a flour subsidy, it was subsidy on electricity bills and on many other essentials that was dismantled or taken away by the last government of Pakistan. So now, especially the student organizations, the young political stalwarts have been abducted, have been tortured in Zafrabad, in Bagh, in Rawalakot, and in other areas. And the case of Miss Asma Batul, Ali Shamrez, and Raja Mudassar are one of them. So approximately 300 people who were the activists and who were previously have been working with the intelligence agencies are disappeared, and there is no data available of all these disappearances and torture, detention, illegal confinement, etc. So at this moment, the situation of human rights in these areas is very bleak, and we demand international institutions as well as human rights organizations to take serious cognizance of this unfortunate situation which our people are going through right now.
Life in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir is marked by fear and intimidation. Peaceful protests are frequently met with brutal crackdowns by security forces. Protest leaders and demonstrators are often detained without due process, and those who demand political autonomy or independence from Pakistan face severe charges of sedition or treason. Many have disappeared without a trace. The media too has been silenced in the region. Local journalists face constant threats, and media censorship has escalated in recent years. Reporters are forced to adhere to the state's narrative, and those who attempt to expose the truth risk being harassed or detained. Independent coverage of the situation is nearly impossible, with security forces closely monitoring media activities.
In PoK, basically it is worse than the other areas because there are human rights organizations functioning in the provinces or in other areas, but not in PoK. There is no credible organization or credible media organization which is functioning in PoK and Gilgit-Baltistan. That's why the outer world have not been informed about constant violation of human rights since decades. There is no national or electronic media presented in Gilgit-Baltistan or also in various areas of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. So because of non-availability of current information, current news, we collect all this information through our friends, through our comrades, through our party comrades in various areas.
This situation is compounded by the region's economic deprivation. Many areas in PoK remain severely underdeveloped, lacking essential infrastructure such as schools, hospitals, and proper roads. Residents claim that Pakistan's government has not invested in the region's development but has instead exploited its resources, leaving the local population frustrated and feeling like second-class citizens in their own land. Human rights groups have called on the international community to take urgent action. They argue that Pakistan's control over PoK has only increased the suffering of its people with little concern for their rights or well-being. Activists are demanding independent investigations into the abuses and greater international pressure on Pakistan to ensure the protection of the region's residents.